Excuse me? What in the fuck? What?
Joy today. Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
I don't know what to say. BDO, how the fuck has it been 2 years? Rod, how has it been 17 months? Life is going by too fast. I can't. I can't function. Good morning. Level 0 time factor pajamas I saw. Like, I can't even. Pyroblade gifted a shit ton of subs. Fucking Lesho with a resub. Gluttony gifted a sub. I can't even see what you guys have done. Pajamas had a stroke on his keyboard. Doog, thank you. Fax, thank you. Good morning, Sarah. 2 months, you came back. Oh my god, Pajamas. That is not what coffee costs. Holy shit.
Dude, for real though. Hail some Satan, motherfuckers.
I don't know what to say. Holy fucking... What? Just a casual 180 subscribe. I'm gonna pee my pants if I see anyone in chat without a sub. Thank you so much for that insanely ridiculous amount of kindness and generosity and support for my stream before my face was on camera. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop it. I can't even see what that was. Ugh. Streamlabs is trying to catch up with all your nonsense right now. Thank you. I wish there was something I could do other than thank you. Fucking Christ, there's nothing. Thank you, Pyro. Waiting for pee? Like right now? Like who's pee? I mean, Pajames, you don't drink coffee? How do you wake up? Eliza's the bad influence. I saw her. Eliza, thank you for all the gifted subs. I think I don't even know. Literally, Streamlabs is trying to catch up with what you did. It's not showing me anything yet, but thank you from the bottom of my nasty little heart. I'm gonna plug my headphones in now. Lord. You can't be trusted as far as I could fucking throw you guys. Anyways. Back to normal, I suppose. Welcome back to the classiest place. Holy shit. What the fuck? Thank you very much. Jesus Christ. Good morning, Silverheart. How are you? Never drink coffee. Wake up with the light. I wish. Time to pee your pants? I feel like it. What the fuck? A morning wank? I need coffee before I have energy for that. Do you like my black craft? I didn't take my joy. What is that?
Bagama Girl 2378 tip $25. At ClassyKatie, here is a little something so you can stock up on some coffee, so you do not run out of it.
Sarah! Thank you. I don't know how I ran out of coffee. This is like, it's like Katie running out of weed. Like, this doesn't happen. Oh, you got a Blackcraft box. Which one did you get? Oh, that's so... Stop it, BDO. Did you really? Yes, Kelter, I can't even. Fucking Chaotic Indifference with 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much for gifting 5 more subscriptions in my channel. I blame Zeke or Trick. I think it's probably Trick. Let's take our joy. Thank you. God, the Coven one? Ooh, I got the Pride one. But I was going to say, this jacket, this is what I was wearing when the old white plantation owner in Montana asked me if I was part of Antifa. This, apparently, was a very much... Well, I guess... What is it? Hold on. What's on the back? I don't even know. I mean, what? It's a skull. Thought I was Antifa. What are you gonna do? Hi, Psycho. How are you? I know. Oh, I know. Well, it looks like BDO already bought me some, I'm assuming, King's Coast. He keeps me stocked. Thank you. Is it Antifa? I didn't know. Hail Satan. Cult Antifa. Fuck if I know. I don't like people enough. We're all anonymous. And we're all 69. Aww. Silverheart, we're always here whenever you want to hang. You know that, Honeybean. Good morning, Zelda. How are you, love? I should have told him yes. I mean, honestly, like, I don't have very clever quips when people come at me in public because I'm just anxious. I don't like when strangers talk to me. Like, being hit on is my worst nightmare in a bar. I don't like to be talked to. So when he approached me and touched me, like, he didn't just come up to me. He had to like, you know, hold my arm to ask me. I was just like, I don't like people. I didn't know what to say. And then all night long, he trolled us by overriding the music on the jukebox. You can pay more to have your song played first. And he kept playing some song called God Bless America. I don't like fascists, but I like America. What? Smoking on the farm before this Armageddon hailstorm. Oh, are you guys getting a nasty storm up there? Oh, I got to pack. Well, actually, I have a bowl. Let's take our joy. Real quick. Juice. It's good tea. It's just not coffee. Like, anybody that's a coffee drinker, you know what I mean when I say it's not coffee. Like, there's something about that bite of a strong black cup of coffee first thing in the morning. It just jolts my brain awake. And I love tea, but no. It's not a replacement. Exactly. Yeah, it's good, but nah. 60 Mile. Oh my God. Please be safe. Yeah, I love tea, but it's like my day drink, you know? Still 3 weeks? Uh-oh. Are they at risk? I finished what I had, but that would be me walking over to Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks. I wish I did because they're everywhere. They just taste burnt. Do you want to know what you're getting? Or I want to be surprised. I love surprises. I like being surprised because then, like, I don't have a predisposed notion of what it's going to taste like. Like, I don't even look at I, like, grind it up and taste it, and then I read the bag, and I'm like, does it fit? You know? No, I love coffee. I mean, coffee might be gross, but I've been drinking it since I was in 4th grade, so I wouldn't know. What? Eliza. Eliza just said my coworker's kid started school last week, and now the entire house has COVID. No. Oh, Quiddox got hit by 170? What? Where are you? Holy shit. Are you in the middle somewhere where it's like really flat? Oh, a hemp tea. Is it pretty good? If I'm like no coffee, it's fine. I will get some coffee. If there's no coffee, I'll go to the other side of the world for it. I know. I didn't have time to go anywhere before stream. Oh, New Orleans. Yeah. Fuck, dude. I'm from Baltimore, so we always got the leftovers from all those crazy-ass storms, but not the full fucking hit. Definitely not. They're all vaxxed and feeling pretty decent. A lot of people... So actually, I was watching a really interesting video this morning, and it was Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he was talking to a couple big scientists that are working with the CDC, and they said that even though you're vaxxed... Even people... My phone's ringing. Why? Get the fuck out of here. So even if you're vaccinated, sorry, I have to change this too intense music. So even if you're vaccinated, if you contract the new strains of COVID, you have the same viral load as someone who didn't get vaccinated. That doesn't mean you get extra sick. It just means you're just as communicable. So even though you're vaccinated, you're just as infectious as someone who isn't. Does that make sense? Oh my God, bros, you fucking changed your name? What am I supposed to fist? All I've got is Greg. They're the ones. Oh, you have not sent me. Oh, I'm excited. Oh my God, time factor. When I was a kid, I worked at a little little local espresso stand. It was called AJ's Espresso. And my brothers would come to hunt in the fall, and they would make me bring home. My brother Nick is disgusting. Like, everything he does is to the ultimate. Like, he has to take everything to like some extreme level. Weird. What a weird personality. And he said he made me bring him home a 20-ounce cup. No, it was a 24-ounce cup with 8 shots of espresso in it and some chocolate syrup. And that's what he took hunting in the morning. And I've never forgot it. I was like 16. I was like, you might have a heart attack. He's like, no, it's fine. I'll be awake. I was like, okay. I used to work at a coffee place, but it was always solo shifts. Me too. Mine was always a solo shift. The worst thing in the world, like working at the fucking espresso stand and you need to poop. And you're like, okay, what time of day is it? Is a rush coming? Do I have time? What if they come while I'm in the bathroom? Fuck. Oh, yeah. Oh, you got a third shot? Like a booster? For 4 days, seriously. Like, my brother Nick used to keep a case of Coke under his bed, and in the middle of the night, he would wake up, grab a Coca-Cola out, chug it, and then go back to sleep. He's wild. My family's a little, come on. He's the oldest boy. Ooh. I didn't realize the viral load was the same. Yeah, isn't that scary? I kind of assumed it would be, because the virus can still exist if it's not infecting you actively. And so it's pretty scary that you can be vaccinated and you are just as communicable as anybody else. Like, I'm vaccinated. I can spread the virus just as bad as someone who's not. I want a Krabby Patty. I don't even think we have boosters here yet. Honestly, Liza, we were talking to Neuro the other day. And him and I are setting up a day. He's gonna hop into Discord and we're gonna do a full stream together. But the other day he hopped into Discord with us. I think you were at the dog park. It was the day you went to the dog park, and he was telling us that he actually suggested not seeking out the booster yet because it's too soon and it's not really viable yet. There's so many giant strains popping up all over the place. He said best case scenario is wear a mask, wash your hands, and stay home and just be safe. Started on August 23rd, and with the first week, they had 140 positive cases. Oh, he's immunocompromised. Well, that's a different story. Definitely if I was immunocompromised. He said, that's what Neuro said. He works for the CDC. So it's like pure CDC information. He just said it's not really ready yet. Like, it's not, you can get it. It's not going to hurt you, but it's not necessarily going to be for your benefit yet, because the booster does not cover all these new strains. The booster covers the new strains that came out a year ago. You know what I'm, like, Eliza, like, I've talked to you guys a million times about vaccinations and viruses and how long it takes to make one. So you can get the booster. It just necessarily won't make you safer. But, oh, Mel, have fun. I love you. We're gonna, Neuro and I have been messaging back and forth, and we're gonna set up today for him to be in here. And I'm gonna tell you guys beforehand so we can get a bunch of questions lined up, like have the community line up a bunch of nice questions. You know, not paragraph stories, but questions that I can throw at him and we can talk about it. If you guys don't know who Neuro Fournier is, he's a neurosurgeon I worked with at Johns Hopkins, but now he works up in New York, and he literally works with the CDC on COVID legislation, research, all that stuff. Yeah, exactly, Eliza. That's what he would like to do. Because, like, with chat, like, we popped him in the other day, but it was, like, out of nowhere, you know? So everybody was like, like, we don't have questions. Like, we had a couple really good questions. And he talked about the mRNA vaccination. And, like, he talked about, like, someone in chat, you know, not believing it, but they were like, can you just explain where this phenomenon came from with people being paranoid about the vaccine altering your DNA? Or, like, what did he say? People are saying it, like, mutates your DNA or something. Neuro, my bitch. I love you so much. So we put everyone's mind at ease that doesn't happen. Nero, my boy. We were just talking about setting up the day. And then I'm going to have everybody ask questions and stuff. It'll be really fun. Hates being hit on at bar. I hate being hit on, period, end of story. Oh, did you just get banned? Oh, did you say something mean? Oh, did you say something? Oh, honey. We could have had a fun conversation and been friends. Like, I have beautiful breasts, a tiny vagina, and a decent voice. But now you have to sit in silence and anger at your computer, jerking off sadly to My Little Ponies. We all make choices. Some of them are wrong. Have a wonderful day, though. Vissy! Are you kidding me? Resubbed with my message ignored. Do you know how many subs were gifted to me this morning? I don't mean to be rude, but it's a little... What? Hail Satan! Hail Satan! I'll do better. I could go through all 180 and read every single one if you would like. I can do it. I don't want to, but I can. Oh, if he cries. I'm thinking the lube is the peanut butter drool from his mom's dog. Vissy, you come in because you love me and I love you and we're soul sisters forever. I don't care if you subbed me or not. That being said, I'm always very, obviously, grateful, but your value to me is astronomical regardless of your resub status. I just flirted with Vissy over the internet. It's fine. Hydrate, everybody. I talk to Vissy all the time and she doesn't answer me. It's because she's up and she's like me. She's up and doing shit. I can't just sit at my computer. I've never, unless I'm talking to you guys, there's no way I could just sit here. I'm up moving around, organizing animals, feeding things. I give people room. I'm bad at it too. A person came into the YouTube chat the other night and said he just got the vaccine and 2 days later was going to fly and, oh, guess what? He got stopped and flagged with a security check for metal. Just him and his clothes. I laughed so hard. Did he need to fly? Not all parents who don't want their kids in school wanted their kids in school last year. I wouldn't want my kid in school if I had a choice, but there's so many parents who can't stay at home with their kids that I can't fault them for needing school. I can't fathom raising a child without a double income. I don't know how people do it. Stay-at-home moms, you guys are another creature of godly powers. I don't know how you do it. I still gladly accept fistings on this name too. Oh, really? Oh, good. Oh, good. I just hope to get my name back. Oh my God, did they ban your name? Nuh-uh. You know what's really fucking shitty about that is that someone had to report your name to get you banned for it. Vissy, I love you. I don't want you to be sad. We're going to do cool stuff today. It makes me giggle that people think the government cares that much about them to put personal... This is the tracker of your life. If you have a phone... You have a tracker. It's not the vaccine. You changed your name and you regret it? Why? Why did you change it? Dude, exactly. This is the tracking device. By the way, I'm getting a new phone today, finally. So I can, use it. This thing is so, it's gotten to the point where I have to charge it 3 times a day. It just dies all day long. It doesn't hold a charge. And it glitches and freezes. I got, it's not a Pixel. It was one that was on sale because I did not want to buy a new phone. It's it's called a Flip. It's like a flip phone. But it's also a phone, it's imagine this, but you can fold it in half. And I love it. I'm real excited. I mean, I don't have it yet, but I'm excited to be able to put it in my pocket. That, yep. Yep, I'm still on Fi. Oh, yeah. My sister had to go into the hospital yesterday for a procedure and was super pissed she had to wear a mask. I got vaccinated and the card readers at work still don't respond to my upper arm. Someday, honey. It literally, I pre-ordered it, yeah, because it was on sale. Like, I got like a $400 rebate or something for it. But I just need a phone that the speaker works and it charges. I hope it's okay to repost. Absolutely, because I wanted to let you know. By the way, CK, just wanted to say that you were once again amazing on Faint Dawn. Did you guys like the new episode? I felt really bad. Like, I feel like every time there's a fucking show, something chaotic happens in my house. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm RPing and Lilith just spews hot vomit all over my feet under my desk. And I was like, I have to go. And so half the show I was under my desk scrubbing vomit out of the carpet. But I still RP'd. Oh my God, Rod, did you like my tweet? When it happened, I tweeted, what did I say? I said, oh, fuck. It was really clever. It was my anger. My clever anger comes out of nowhere sometimes. I was like, my dog just spewed hot vomit on my feet mid RP, and I'm pretty sure this is what it feels like to live in Texas. Like, you're just going about your day and suddenly you're in hot vomit. Lady Kimono, how are you, love? I just feel, I feel so bad for people in Texas. I don't think I could stay in character. Oh, man. It was like, and Dan was sitting here messaging me the whole time in our like little private chat. Dan's sitting there messaging me jokes. So I'm on camera the whole time and he's trying to make me laugh about the hot vomit on my feet. I wanted to fucking kill him. I was like, Dan, I'm going to murder you. I can't smile. I mean, if it's OnlyFans material, I don't want those kind of fans. The response from Texans would have been 50%. How dare you? And 50%. Yep. My freedoms. Oh my God. Listen to this. Ooh, I've been reading that ivermectin has been causing sterility in men. I hope it's true. I hope that wouldn't happen. Oh no. Massive amounts of dewormers sterilizing idiots? Dang it. Oh gosh. That's darn it. Dan chose massive violence. Yes. Yes. I love him though. He's a very scary GM and I'm actually loving it. Here's what I don't get about Texas. I'm constantly being told by people from Texas how great it is. Well, that's the thing. Like, we've been talking about that a ton, Mag. Like, every single person I know from Texas or who lives in Texas is a sweetheart. Their government is just doing this shit. Like, none of the people are voting on any of it. It's just being done. You know, it's the people they voted for, unfortunately, doing it. So next year is what I've been told is when they can vote all this shit out. Joe Rogan has punched so much. Oh my God. Does someone have a clip of that? There's a clip of Joe Rogan, like, talking about the amount of things he's pumped into his body. And I'm trying to choose my words wisely. I've never seen anyone look so stupid. And I've watched a lot of Karen videos. I was going to search for it too, Crispy. I'll see if I can beat you. Joe Rogan COVID. I did some Googling, and there's a study from 2008 about it causing fertility issues in men at normal doses. Why the fuck are men taking ivermectin? It's entirely possible to well, that's the thing, Matt, or Glenn, excuse me. That's what we were talking about. I think you were here. I was saying, like, it's one thing to take an animal dewormer, but they're buying doses of animal dewormer for cows and horses, which are, 600 to a ton, like, weight. And they're eating it, which is not good. And I have no clue what, yeah, right, Reese? Like, the doses like that? Like, what? He's been totally radio silent, and after that video, he looked so fucking bad. He looks terrible. He's, like, gray. Oh, no, that's not it. Damn it. I bet Crispy's gonna, oh, wait.
Welcome, guys. I'm Dr.
I just found a video Well, I just found one too. What is yours? Hold on. We just found one at the exact same time. So, okay, let's watch this one, the one you gave me, Crispy. And then the one I just found is a doctor ripping Rogan for all the shit he's doing. And I want to watch that. That's going to be real fun. They drank, stop it, affecting the worm in their pants. Please don't take meds for animals. Please. Oh my God. Look how great. I mean, I'm not just saying that. Like, he looks. Oh! It's a mocha. Gifted subs. Thank you, Zamoka, my love. I love you. He's as gray as his shirt. He looks like a corpse. This is what it looks like when someone's heart stops. This is Joe Rogan. So, Joe Rogan is a TV personality. He was an actor. He used to host Fear Factor, where people would like eat bugs for money. And he hosted, what's it called? UFC for a while. And now he has a podcast where he tries to act smarter than he is. And he upsets me a lot. A lot. From a sweetheart in Austin. I'm so sorry you have to live under the legislation you're under right now. Is he still a UFC commentator? There you go. I don't watch UFC anymore. I used to be really into it. There was one I watched, Reese, where the contestants, you know the big millipedes, the giant black millipedes that are like this long and this big around? It was like a tub of them, and they had to eat them alive. And I just thought it was unnecessarily animal cruelty at that point. Like, it was literally people, like, biting these live animals in half. And I was like, I don't want to support this anymore. I'm not going to watch this. But that's me. It was a bit, right? It was like, did we need to kill them? Or could they be, like, pre-killed, like, cooked? I don't know.
Hail Satan!
What the fuck,
Hail
right?
Satan!
Like, exactly. It just got a little much. Like, I felt like they were just pushing the boundaries into I think you should watch people you disagree with. That's why I still keep tabs on Joe Rogan. I don't like him, but when we ignore people that are touting shit like this, that's when they suddenly are in power. Like Trump. Okay. You remember what bio means? We all remember what the lesson, right? I gave you guys a lesson, antibiotics. So, what the fuck is an antibiotic going to do for a virus? Nothing. It will do nothing. I know. Random question. Why is there even a debate about this? Because people are, like, we have this really weird notion in the US that science is there for you to take at will, and science is not there for you to take at will. Science is not an opinion. Science is not a viewpoint. Science is there for you to comprehend, understand, and grow from. But people treat science like religion. It's very strange. And it's because of our education system. Our education system fails us insanely. Like, the only reason I went to college is I had one good teacher all through high school who helped me out. But our education system is so dog shit that we aren't given a good foundation for learning science. Does that make sense? Like, the first science class I was ever given was in high school. And, like, in Washington State specifically, because that's where I went to school, every state in America, as far as I know, we have these, like, mandated tests you have to take to pass high school. What they've done, though, because nobody could pass them, is they basically just dumbed the test down to, like, an IQ of 50, so everybody passes them. But when I went to high school, I'm not even kidding you, the science portion is the one portion you did not have to pass. They didn't care. And I think it's still that way today. Which is wild. I don't know. I grew up in a very medical family, so I never didn't have that point of view. Like, all my aunts are nurses, my mom's a respiratory therapist. But it's a theory. Everything's a theory. Like, that's the beauty of science. It grows and changes, and we're always trying to prove new shit. Too many people think scientific facts are just subjective opinions. Exactly. And a lot of that has to do with people get their shit from the internet or from media. And so the dichotomy is we are taught take the media with a grain of salt. The media, the 24/7 media that we're plagued with is junk. Like, they report on shit to get views. And so if the only way to know anything about what's going on in the world is the media that we've been taught to distrust, what do you do? I mean, if you go to the American Heart Association website and you go to their section about diabetes, I'm not kidding you, one of the first recipes they suggest has bacon in it because they are fully funded by the meat industry, the factory farming meat industry of the United States of America, the USD beef, whatever. 100%, like almost 100% of their funding comes from the beef industry. Like, where the fuck do you go for real information? And that's why I agree with whoever, I can't remember who said it, but it's really important to see both sides, listen to the people you hate, and listen to the people you like. Because you have to put a whole thing together yourself, you know? Here's a test from 100 years ago, an 8th grade exam. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so neat. I love old stuff like this. How many parts of speech are there? Define each. Define proper noun, common noun, name the proper. I bet most of you could not tell me what a proper noun is. Not shaming you, but like, we're just not, that's not even ground into us. My favorite quote from Neil deGrasse Tyson: the good thing about science is that it's true, whether or not you believe it. Exactly. But we're not, like, our societal way of living is not that way, which is weird. Kill. Good morning, my love. How are you? Yeah, let's finish the video. Stop. Sorry. Just to pick up where we ended, Joe Rogan has COVID, and he's preaching to the world about all of the strange kitchen sinks he's dumped into his tiny penis. And one of them, he said, was a Z-Pack. A Z-Pack, thank you for that follow. A Z-Pack is usually a 7-day supply of antibiotics. Biotic. Bio means life. Anti-life. It will kill life. Viruses are not alive. Period. Like, that's the best thing. They're not alive. So he's taking a bunch of antibiotics, which are going to kill all the natural flora in his system, protecting him, all of the natural bacteria in his system, protecting him. He's literally wiping out his own defenses. I'm curious to see what the doctor says. Let's go. I haven't gotten COVID, and I bought 50 tarantulas. I'm saying, you all need to have tarantulas in your life. You won't get COVID because you'll never leave your house.
Milligrams. Now, when you hear about these stories, and then typically for most people around 15 to 20 milligrams. Now, when you hear about these stories in the news about people getting ivermectin from livestock supply, in that case, they're taking 10 to 15 times the amount that they should be taking. And that's when you hear about these phone calls going to poison control centers. That was my last video that I made. So the bottom line with ivermectin is it hasn't been shown to work. And when you start getting in really high doses, the risk of toxicity goes up. And that's when you get severe side effects, seizures, coma, and so forth. I have no idea how much prednisone he took. I have no idea how much ivermectin he took. No way for me to know that. I have no idea what the COVID's going to do to him. Most likely, nothing. He got better already, he said, and usually things are fine. But sometimes it happens where people have mild illness of COVID
know if he's
and
okay?
progresses to more severe disease. I've seen it happen many times. I've seen it happen in people who are just like him, his age, who are healthy and in their 40s and their 50s, and they come in, they've been having mild disease for a week, and then they finally get to the hospital, and then things go bad. But when you say that I took this drug, whether it's ivermectin or whatever, and it worked for me, that has a huge impact when you have 16 million followers, because some of your followers will hang on to every word that you say. But like I said earlier, you're just an anecdotal case. There are people who made the news when remdesivir came out saying, remdesivir, I felt great right when I took it. But guess what? The studies don't show that it works very well.
Crazy times we're living in, but a wonderful, heartfelt thank you to modern medicine for pulling me out of this so quickly and easily. And my love to all of you. Thank you.
A heartfelt thank you to modern medicine.
What? Did I black out? Yes, it is. The Joe Rogan buffoon. Yes.
Well, Joe, this is what modern medicine says.
Oh!
It says, get the FDA-approved vaccine. It says, don't take the non-FDA-approved ivermectin. It also says dexamethasone is indicated for moderate to severe COVID illness. It also says monoclonal antibodies for mild illness. You got that one right. It also says no vitamin D drip for COVID. It also says no NAD drip for anything. So if you're sincere about giving a big thank you to modern medicine, you should echo what the experts say. You should echo what the CDC says. I'm actually a fan of the Joe Rogan podcast, but I'm not a fan of COVID misinformation.
Yes.
By you doing this and some of the things that you said, it's only contributing to the problem of misinformation, the misinformation pandemic. You're only further worsening the problem. Before, you're on record of saying that, well, if you're young and healthy, you don't need to get vaccinated. That's not the case. People, young and healthy, have gotten sick. Not only that, but they can still spread the virus to others, which is only further contributing towards the pandemic. Now, I did do a video on exercise and how that relates to the severity of COVID illness. And basically, in that study, it showed that exercising helps to reduce the severity of COVID if you did get COVID. But that's not
Boosts
a
your immune
substitute for
system.
getting the vaccine. You can't compare the two.
Oh, God.
The vaccine gives you way more protection than
Are people
just
gonna do that?
exercising. Well, Joe, then you talk about natural immunity and that not enough people are talking about natural immunity and boosting your immune system. Boosting is actually a misnomer because you can't boost your immune system by natural means. Yes, you
Heyo.
can get a vaccine and a booster shot. That can boost your immune system towards specific illness, but you can't actually boost your immune system naturally. You can optimize your immune system.
Right, Mayo,
And of course,
exactly.
it's great to get great sleep, 8-9 hours per night, to eat healthy, to exercise, to do all these things. That's fantastic, and people should do these things. But that in itself isn't good
I know,
enough.
right,
It's not
Greg?
going to be a substitute for getting the vaccine. The thing of it is, Joe, you have a big
With
platform,
essential oils
you're a
and
huge
crystal
influence,
power?
and with that comes a big responsibility. The other thing, Joe, is that it's hypocritical to say natural immunity, and then you go ahead and get monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, azithromycin. Monoclonal antibodies is literally antibodies that were created somewhere else, and then you put them into your own body. That is not
So he won't trust a vaccine. He's a vaccine denier. He's a COVID denier. But he'll inject manufactured antibodies into his body. Oh, Bane's having surgery. Oh my God, Matt, is he okay? All of my thoughts are for Bane then. Here's the thing. When you reach a level of your kids are taken care of and generations after them are taken care of as long as people pay attention to you, why wouldn't you spout nonsense? I don't know. I'd at least spout nonsense that was funny, like convince people the color red is green. Me neither, Reese. It hurts. Like, I
natural immunity, as you call it. When Bill Burr was on his podcast, he said this.
Let's not start this, Joe.
Do you though?
Let's not start this. Okay.
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up better than the CDC.
my God.
So a lot of people wonder if they had COVID, do they still need to get the vaccine?
I
And one of my
hate how fucking like, they're just so like, what's the word?
Joe.
Do you though?
Let's not start this. Okay.
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up better than the CDC.
So a lot of people wonder if they had COVID, do they still need to get the
was the
vaccine? And one of my
sexiest thing
recent
I've ever
videos
heard.
actually addressed that question. So people
Smug.
with the
Yes,
history of
smug.
COVID still need to get the vaccine later on. And the level
Casual,
of immunity
yeah.
that you get from previous COVID, it's better than nothing at all, but it's not as good as the vaccine. And it's not as good as previously having COVID in addition to the
Keemstar is
vaccine.
a waste of air.
And so having COVID plus the vaccine is probably equivalent to having the shots, the jabs, in addition to the booster shot. Of course, that's assuming if you're not immunocompromised. I talk more about that in a different video, but I also want to bring in someone, my best friend, who is also a doctor. He's a psychiatrist, and he had COVID, and then he later got the vaccine, and then later on he got COVID again, presumably the Delta variant.
Fucking fuck. That was beautiful. I was hoping it would be wonderful like that. Like, you know, some docs, they want to like be fun and fantastical and pop pimples. I just wanted straight facts. That was great. I'm hoping to get your opinion. I'm nervous. I'm going to a wedding in Florida. Oh, I wouldn't. I've been fully vaccinated since mid-May, plus I had COVID in January. My Florida family are anti-vaxxer. Ooh, I wouldn't. How much do you like weddings? I mean, it's literally like, imagine you are gasoline. Or wait, no. Florida is gasoline and you're a match. I wouldn't. Like, there's a lot of Floridians in chat right now. What do you guys feel? Would you ever invite someone? Oh, yes, I can, Anubis. Give me 1 sec. I'll pull it back up. I remember when this genetic manipulation scare crap started with the whole Frankenfood. I can't. I cannot with that stuff. It's so infuriating to me because it's like people don't even want to know real stuff. Like, they don't want to know science. I don't know. I'm a why person. Always have been. Very much like a why. Why, though? Like, I want to know why. You can't just tell me something. Like, I'll never take it. I'll be like, if you don't have backup, I don't believe you. Like, you're just spouting bullshit. It's like people just spitting percentages, you know, like 80% of people, blah, 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 blah. I shut down at that point. I wouldn't go to Florida, honey. Seriously, like, it's so not worth the risk. Like, what are the my boy Gluttony, one of my best friends, he's from born and raised. What is it like down there right now, Glut? Tim mentioned storm. No, I haven't. Is it good? I was just pulling up this video of the doctor for you guys. Hold on.
And turns out I got
Nope,
COVID.
not that one. Get out of here. It's this one.
Move over, hydroxychloroquine.
That's great. Here you go. This is for you guys if you want to take that with you into the world. 100% of people who drink water die. It's very true. Our fucking sexy ass warlocks who are feeling themselves today. Bitch, have you jerked it in a mirror yet? If you haven't, you shouldn't. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. My county. Okay, so this is Gluttony. Gluttony is my boy who's born and raised in Florida. He said his county in the state of Florida has 7,000 new cases of COVID. Just the county. How many counties are in Florida? Like, that's a big yikes, right? I mean, Kelman, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you a lot. Like 60 to 70. So there you go. And I think Glut, you don't live in the worst area. Glut's like not on the beach. He's like, he doesn't live on Cocoa Beach or on Clearwater or whatever. He's like not on the worst even. So like exponentiate, like it's just, this is the best example I give when people are like questioning. So if I handed you a bowl of Skittles and it was a bowl, like a big old bowl of Skittles, and I told you 3 Skittles in the bowl were deadly, would you take a handful? I wouldn't. Right, Knives? Like, I kind of think weddings are stupid to begin with. Like, why are you spending all this money to entertain people with your personal vows to your partner? It's strange to me. But no shame on people who like to have weddings. But I wouldn't. It's just, it's everywhere. Like, people in our community have already been reinfected. Instantly deadly or slow drawn out deadly? You'll shit and puke yourself stupid for 3 months first. It's rainbow roulette. Seriously. Hi, Fester. How are you? Well, I mean, I don't like Skittles either. I mean, okay, let's go like peanut M&Ms. Caramel M&Ms? Those are dope. Has anybody had the caramel M&Ms? Sinfully good. Exactly. People will like sit there and talk to you all day about how the average human being eats 8 spiders a year, and that's why I kill all the spiders in my house. But they won't get a vaccine that protects from a deadly virus. Oh my god, no! I know, I love peanut M&Ms. They're so good. I'm a peanut fool. I just want to have a small ceremony, and now that probably won't happen. Well, I mean, I'll be there. That's honestly, if I was going to be married, like, that's what I would do. Like, just your friends and shit in the woods. Like, have a good time. People you know are vaccinated and safe. Because you just don't know. Like, even, I was, like, before all COVID, I normally go to Burning Man. We were going to go to Burning Man this year. And They're doing it, and there are like 18,000 people out at Burning Man right now with no masks on and no protection. Like, at all. And I don't even...
Prohammer_419 tipped $5. CK, it's September, Locktober, no nut November, and then denial December. My dom is going to totes fuck with me over the next few months. Fun life update: the ivermectin kicked in this, and Rod and I are living our lives as horses and found a nice bunny woo.
The timing! Jesse Robbins, my love, how are you? I asked a friend of mine what Florida's like right now, and he actually said, have you ever seen the pregame lobbies for PUBG when it first came out? Shut the fuck up. That's such a good comparison. That's beautiful. Dragon Con had 45,000 people at it this past weekend. I was supposed to be at PAX. I got free passes to go to PAX. I am not at PAX. Only 53% of Floridians are fully vaccinated. And they can still, like I said, I read earlier this morning that if you are vaccinated, you still carry the same viral load as an unvaccinated person. And that translates into you are just as infectious as crazy Karen who didn't get the shot. I'm just as infectious. If I caught COVID, I'd have the same amount of the icky coursing through me that I could pass to someone. I'd probably survive, but I could kill someone. I'm not really sold on religious exemptions too. Like, wouldn't you want your religious people to stay alive? If you're vaxxed, why do you care? Because I have empathy for my fellow human beings. If I'm going to kill someone, it's going to be with a knife to the throat, and I'm going to bathe in the bloodbath. It's not going to be like coughing on a door handle. What a lame way to axe people. Dudus, what up, love? How are you? A lot of kids can't get vaccinated yet, and that's why I stay safe. Like, I'm not going to kill kids. That's terrifying. Foe. Oh, and tax the church. I can't believe churches are still not taxed. That's amazing. At least, well, Jesse, did you see Florida? Florida's government publicly said they are building a bill to mirror Texas's bill. Like, they're doing it right now. Florida said it like the day they passed it. Florida was like, oh yeah, we're going to mirror it. We're doing the same thing. Because they've all found out how they can basically override Roe versus Wade. Why do you care? A lot of, Scott, you see it. Scott and I talk about it all the time, but like that disconnect of human beings is sad. I love your face. I'm off. Do more cleaning before the picture guy gets here. Ooh, girl. Get busy and sweat. I love you. Last week, Florida had 129,000 new cases of COVID. That's so scary. The cruel part to me wants these idiots to reap what they've sown to the fullest measure. The cruel part of me asks, why aren't they dead yet? Like, people have been partying in Florida since this started, and they're still going. Not that I want people to die, but like, what the fuck is going on? It's like good people who went to the grocery store once get COVID and die, but... Genova, my love, how are you? 2.3 thousand deaths. That is so sad. For the virus to die out, somewhere around 80% of the population has to be vaccinated. So even if the vaccinated people are more safe, we're not truly safe. Exactly. It's herd immunity. Exactly what Big C said. And we talked about that yesterday, or Saturday. I did a drawing of like herd immunity. Hospitals are sitting at near max capacity. I think it's coming down, but I hope it goes down. I don't wish ill will on any human being, except Trump. He can step on Legos forever. I don't wish ill will. Even if you're a dumb anti-vaxxer, I don't wish death on these people. I just wish they'd learn. They're willing to, base every life decision on their cousins, dogs, owners, uncles, neighbors, lakes, blood clot. But it's just, they don't learn. Getting COVID doesn't teach some of them. And it's like, I don't think we'll ever get herd immunity, unfortunately. I think the way we're going to get herd immunity is all the people who don't want to get vaccinated are going to fucking die. And it's gross. In America, your rights and benefits are dictated by zip code. It's disgusting. We'll reach it one way or another. Exactly. Either people are going to get vaccinated or they're going to wipe themselves out. Yeah, the fathers, brothers, nephews, cousins, former roommates experience. Exactly. But not the thousands of people getting the COVID vaccination and having no ill effects other than a couple tired days. It's just, I don't know. I wish I could talk logically to someone like that and just like propose these arguments and be like, why this and not that? Like, why will you smoke cigarettes but you won't get a vaccination that prevents a deadly virus from spreading from your fingertips into gooey mouth? I'm not shaming smokers, but like, come on. I don't get it. So maybe my cousin's friend's daughter's 9-year-old's best friend at school dies in misery on a respirator. I'm vaccinated, so why should I care? I mean, it's true, and I don't ever want to make anyone feel bad about that because I know a lot of people they're just not exposed, you know? Are you close to herd immunity? I'm very happy. Will you adopt me? Exactly, Rod. Well, oh man, we need to take a break, but I have something to tell you guys about that's kind of terrifying. I watched a video with Mark the other day, and it was all about viruses. I'm going to write a note to myself so I don't forget when I come back. Where's the pen? We need to run an ad. Otherwise, people are going to get the icky pre-rolls if there's anyone without a sub left. Okay. On the topic of what Rod's talking about, I read some pretty scary shit. I read science papers and stuff coming out all the time. I'm a nerd. My father and I were watching local news, and a nurse got interviewed, and she was in tears saying, oh God, our ICU has been full for months, despite the vaccine. The only way we'd get more people in is if the people on the ventilators start dying. The freedom of choice. We don't really have that, though. I think freedom is quite an illusion in America. Like, it's just a word people tout at you as, like, to end an argument. It's kind of like responding to someone with lol. Well, it's my free. Like, we're not as free as people really think in our country. We're pretty fucking fucked. Like, the fact that we still have to do our own taxes and yet we can be insanely penalized for doing them wrong is pretty insane. Whereas most other established countries do them for you and don't penalize you. Like, freedom is not really a thing. I mean, the fact that a cop can just shoot you in the head and walk away from it, fine, and be like, I thought he was dangerous. That doesn't make me feel very safe. I'm not saying we're the worst country in the world by any means, but freedom, I think, is something people don't really even know what it is, and so they just apply it to anything they want to go their way. Like, I want to carry a claymore around. Oh, I was going to tell you this before we take a break. So, in Texas, in response to people being able to open carry claymores, which is an enormous Scottish sword, or a gun or a semi-automatic weapon, students at a local college in Austin started brandishing enormous dildos on their backpacks because they were trying to fight ridiculous with ridiculous. And I shit you not, they all got arrested. Because in Texas, you can get arrested for brandishing a giant dildo, like just having one out, but not a claymore or a firearm, because apparently you're not mature enough for nudity, but you are to kill. Yeah, just like absorb that. Break time, pee after sex. I'll be back. Maybe. If I can. Good job. I came in on a break. If no one tells her, I can pretend I've been here for hours. Welcome back here. Awkward. Sarah, my phone's coming today. I'll be able to speak. How are you, love? Oh my god, Flaming Wonder Telepath, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy life, and giving an anus its wings. Use a ball wizard of the highest order, and I challenge you to go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing is sexier. Thank you. Good morning, Myron. How are you? So, what the fuck is that? Breaking. Tripwire Interactive CEO John Gibson is stepping down following severe backlash against his tweet supporting the Texas law that bans abortion after 6 weeks. What a douche. And deputizes private citizens to sue anyone who aids in the procedure, the company says. Literally, you could rape your 12-year-old daughter and then drive her to the abortion and then collect the $10,000 bounty on her. That's legal in Texas, but you couldn't carry a dildo. It's a pretty scary place right now. I feel very bad for everyone there. Blah, blah, blah. Scary shit. It is grim and very scary. I feel horrible for anyone there. If you drove her there, they don't sue the person or her. They sue just the facility that does it. Kino, that's what I read. Like the person who reports or drives, nothing. It's this facility. It's the whatever the word is for that. Like it's the company, I guess. I don't know. It's anyone who assists. Oh, so it is the driver then? Ugh. What's scarier is that it isn't just Texas. I know. Well, that's what I was telling people. Like Florida has already publicly said they're drafting up a bill that's going to be identical because now they all know how to override Roe versus Wade, excuse me. Uber drivers would be on the hook for it? Shut the fuck up. Clinic? Maybe that's it. Yeah, clinic is the word. That's what I've heard. But I mean, who cares? Anyone living in Texas is living under a very scary regime right now. Driving her to the abortion clinic is aiding. Okay, so you'd have to call an Uber and then also sue those and get another $10K. Oh, good, they can make $20K. Texas has really weird rules, has really weird stipulations on rape. Like, I think literally just recently they made it so that being molested by a family member actually counts as rape now. But it didn't until like a year ago or something like that. Texans, correct me if I'm wrong, please. They have some strange legislation. Dude, I'm in no way able to rescue someone. Is that poo on the floor? Where? What are you looking at? No. It looks like the dog's got a piece of moss and decided to destroy it on my carpet. I love dogs. My dogs do not poo in the house, thankfully. Lilith has, but usually it's because we left her at home and she freaks out like we're never going to come back. Leaves me a fucking nugget. Oklahoma ERs are so bad with horse dewormer overdoses that they can't handle gunshots being taken. What? Uber and Lyft both came out and said they would pay if they try to bounty their drivers. I know, Jesse, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have so many friends in Texas. I want to scoop you all up and take you away. Give your rights to your uterus back. It's scary shit. I mean, if you're a penis-holding human and you don't understand where we're coming from, imagine the government came in and put a fucking, like a chastity, like a boner chastity thing on your cock. Like literally one of those metal cages. That's kind of what it's like. I mean, almost exactly. Which is terrifying. It's not a regime as long as it's not that filthy communism. Healthcare, ew! Okay. On a much happier note, Monkey Jesus has offered to join me today and do awesome arts with us. He has a really cool creature he's already made in ZBrush, and he's going to show us basically what are the next steps after, like, sculpting your creature. I'm pretty fucking stoked. It's really cool. It's a D&D type creature. You'll be familiar with it. I don't know D&D animals. Saw this and stole it because it's great. Men can prevent 100% of abortions, and it's never been about that now, has it? If you think that draconian Texas law is about preventing life, you've been duped. What medical decision someone makes is not your fucking business. What is this? Oh my God. Click that link, everyone. please, and read it. I'm going to read it later. Yep. Basic freedom should be very easy to understand, yeah. And I personally don't think males should be in charge of my body. Sue me. Ivermectin causes sterility. I know. I hope it sterilizes all the fuckers. That's hilarious. The Jello asterisks. Yeah, and I'm planning on having children in the next few years. If I have a miscarriage after 6 weeks, I can get investigated for possibly having an abortion. I'm going to repeat that for those in the back. Our dearest Jesse Robbins, who is a Texas native, if I have a miscarriage, which is your body, like having a period instead of giving birth, you can be investigated for possibly having an abortion? 100% of abortions result in pissed off, crusty white men, and I don't get it. And do you know how many people came at me to correct me and say that the person in Texas that like introduced this law was black? Imagine feeling the need to stand up for white people. Jesus fuck toast. Like, that's terrifying. Yeah, one of the most tragic, emotional, and heartbreaking experiences a person can go through personally, like losing a child. Let's investigate them. Oh, I know, the dude running in Cali that doesn't believe in minimum wage? What the fuck? $1954 would be too modern. That's sad. Blech. If actually he was black is the only argument you have against... That was literally it, Sky. I'm not even kidding you. No one came and wanted to argue with me like pro-abortion or anti... It was... Well, actually, he was black and a couple women. I'm generalizing. Most of the government is crusty white dudes. I ain't gonna specify, sorry. Yeah, isn't it next year, Jesse? You guys can start voting those asses out. Oh, Wookiee, 100%. I mean, there's people still in cages at the border, and Texas, which has a border, is focused on making abortions illegal. Because that makes sense.
Blood orgy! Yay! Blood orgy!
Val and Vane, oh my god! Welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream! My name is ClassyKatie, it's wonderful to meet all of you. Welcome, Raiders! We're about to jump into a different mode and do some fucking art and hang out. What the fuck is up? Welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream. My name is ClassyKatie, it's wonderful to meet all of you. Hi, and thank you for the follows. No more blood orgies in Texas. Word. Ugh. You're so vain. I love that fucking song, but DMCA screws 2 months you came back. I bet DMCA is the most said word in my channel at this point. By me.
Dude, for real though. Hail some Satan, motherfucker.
Mayo just gifted a sub to Valen. Valen, use a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual. DMCA or Texas. I hate DMCA. I want to sing that song so bad now. Welcome, Raiders. How are you? We've been talking about how bad we feel for all of our lovely people in Texas under this horrible government of nonsensical nonsense. And now we're going to do some cool art with my friend Monkey, who I actually already have in a call. We're like ready. We just muted it. Lady Kimono, please be safe, Bean. Women can have sex with hundreds of men a year, yet only be able to be impregnated. A man can have sex and have hundreds of babies. Major rude shenanigans, dude. And like my girl Sexcellent was telling me that people were coming after her because she lives in Texas. Like this is her fault. And I hope everyone realizes governments do all sorts of things without any sort of votes at all. Like they didn't vote for this. I'm sorry I always use you as an example, Sexcellent, but you're one of my closest friends who I know was like personally attacked, and it's gross. It just is gross. Oh, I like that tweet, Nick. Ooh, I feel like we could do some Stream Raiders. I'll pull that up. We'll pull Monkey in, and Monkey can start talking about his stuff while I pull up Stream Raiders. Let me get my stuff up. So there's the art. And I'm going to unmute. I hope he's not farting. You're unmuted. Don't toot into the mic.
Oh, no.
Yes. Okay, it works. Oh, my God. Discord's been such a fucking dickmonger to me lately. I'm just nervous every time I touch it.
I don't blame you.
I'm a slut for learning new stuff. And when it's art, it just engages my brain on such a different level. I love it.
Have an awesome rest of the day, friends.
Love you, Monkey. Have a beautiful evening. We appreciate you.
Bye, God.
Wow. May all your dreams come true.
Do you think his dreams will come true? I hope so. I love learning new stuff. Like, fuck. My mind is just blazing with the potential of that. I love it so much. You assume my brain will interpret this big fellow as friendly. Well, I thought he was going to be friendly when I first saw him too. And then Mickey corrected me and said, well, he's a villain in D&D. And I was like, okay. Side note, I found some creepy things. So I was organizing I found a tote full of makeup, like costume makeup. And I've been planning some SFX looks to do with you guys soon, which I'm really excited about. But for some reason, one of those had some toe tags from when I worked at the hospital. And it's like a really weird slap in the face as to what I used to do for a living. But I think I'm going to make a cool art project out of them. Like a display case. Always remember. Dude, Rod, seriously, like that's how I usually learn stuff. I've never been surrounded by artistic people IRL. And so none of my family does. My dad does like some cool welding art, but that's about it. And when I like tackle something new like that, like trying to make a screen for Zeke or anything, that's when I like, by tackling something that's beyond my scope, I force myself to delve into new stuff and learn stuff. Hubby and I started watching the new role-playing game. Oh, do you like it? Oh my God, Sarah, I have to tell you, I have a lot of hours in Hades. It's a drug. Someone pointed out to me the other day that I'm a knowledge cleric. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty dope. I'd probably be a druid with a large pot farm. Chaotic neutral. No, chaotic good. When I picked up diamond painting, I make them for friends, but why are we not friends? What happened that made us not friends? Did we break up? I thought we were still friends. Still friends, right? Yeah, exactly, Sarah. Like, I'm not addicted to video games. I didn't fail a class to play Twilight Princess. It's fine. Or Skyrim. Or Morrowind. It's whatever. Oblivion. Like, who needs college? When I picked up diamond painting, I make them for my friends. Not to be rude, are you not my friend? Why would that be rude? We are friends. That's never rude to ask if you're friends with somebody. We're friends, I would say. Was that a cough sneeze? Yes. I had an itch and then a tickle at the exact same time. Yep. You ever sneeze and fart at the same time? That's a crazy moment. Speaking of alignment, an alignment test? Oh shit, should I take it? I often worry that I might behave inappropriately. I don't worry about it. I know it's happening, but I wouldn't say it's a worrisome thing. I do what I want and do not feel particularly obliged to anyone. I'm not going to say my answers out loud. I feel justified in doing whatever I can to succeed. No. I only obey those laws and rules that seem sensible to me. I often help others without expecting anything in return. Duh, that's called humanity. I have an excessive need for stimulation and am prone to boredom. Can I super agree on this? I notice I can't take the slider any farther to the right. Is it broken? When I see others acting carelessly, I think to myself that it's a matter of time before misfortune falls them. I don't think about them at all. Others regard me as good-hearted and well-meaning. Chat.
Do others regard me as good-hearted and well-meaning? Tell me I'm pretty!
Just kidding. I'm often worried that my actions are deserving of criticism. No. A lot of these questions are just like, I often worry. I don't often worry about anything. I've got too much shit in my head. Tell Missy I love her by scritches on the ear. You cough shit yourself? That sucks. Yes, Sarah, you did, and I'm so excited for you. You told us the day you got accepted. I was so excited. I'm still excited. I trick and con people as if it's no, I do not like tricking people. That makes me feel bad, especially if it's on accident. I keep track of sensitive information that can be used to hurt people at it. Duh. I frighten others to get what I want. Okay, so what if it's not on purpose, though? Sarah, no, you should be excited and you should scream it at the freaking mountains. I would be screaming it. I seriously, like, don't ever. I'm so excited for you. Excited and also nervous. I mean, school's stressful, but you'll get through it. I don't frighten people on purpose to get what I want, but I've heard I'm intimidating. I'm gonna go with neutral. Helping others out by doing good deeds is its own reward. Duh. Even if I were trying, that's not a duh to some people, and that's sad. Even if I were trying very hard to sell something, I wouldn't lie to get my way. I can't lie. Neutral. Generally speaking, I'd rather buy myself a little something extra than donate to charity. These are really straightforward. Like, a true evil person will know how to not answer on these, just saying. I'm intent on kindness and cooperation. Kindness, yes. Cooperation, don't touch my things. I often forgive those who have wronged me, even if they don't deserve it. Does it count as forgiveness if I forget they even exist? Neutral. Cheating isn't justified because I fucking hate cheaters. Cheating is not justified strongly. I agree. How do you get any pleasure out of an activity if you cheated? You're like, there's no pleasure. I don't get it. I use tricky plans and schemes to get my way. I am a dumb person. That's never gonna happen. I'm not as upset as others when someone dies. I usually can't be bothered to help those in need. I wouldn't be tempted to use counterfeit money, not even if... Hell no. I have a deep-seated fear of getting in trouble. I do not feel guilty when I hurt or offend someone. I often have tender, concerned feelings for people who are less fortunate than I am. Dude, I cry at puppy commercials. How do you read it? Oh. Chaotic good. Isn't that what you guys guessed I would be? Wait. No, chaotic neutral. I'm exactly on the line of neutral and good. I think. How the fuck do you read it? Yeah, chaotic. Yep. Okay, so I'm 35% good. Tied between chaotic and lawful. That's not a good combination. What is... I wish it told me what chaotic neutral even meant. Like, does that just mean I do things but nothing gets done? maybe. Neutral good? Nice. That's pretty balanced. Neutral, oh, dude, sales. I totally read that, though. I think most of you have got to be neutral on a certain, like, spectrum because you hang out here and we always have really controversial conversations. I'm 100% good and 64.2. Holy, you're a lawful good. You're like a police officer. Chaotic neutrals, you do what you want and sit back and watch the world burn. Maybe I should retake it. Oh, button. Oh, it did go off. Thank you. Boosh. This is a pretty dope ability. I'm glad I got it. Let's murder. Oh my god, Jedediah, I was literally going to say that. I'm like, if any of you are like the cop personality, I'm pretty positive you'd be kicked off the force for being an ethical human. I don't want to shoot the black person for being black. You're fired! I could see it. We win! Who's gonna win? Up. Viata again. Jesus. And Vile. You two are rigging the system. Squeaky in here in the middle is just a carry-along. How dare you? Oh, is this about chaotic good? Oh, a chaotic good. I'll have to read that. I don't like using alignments in actual role-playing games. I think they're kind of dumb. But I do really love taking personality quizzes. Like, give me a BuzzFeed quiz any fucking day, and I will identify myself with that spirit animal for the next 36 hours. 2 months, you came back!
You came back.
For real, though.
Hail some Satan, motherfuckers.
Thank you for the resub. Who the fuck was that? Jedediah.
Bitch, you came back. Thank you for the resub. A lot more.
Right, facts. People that are dead set on using alignment in RPs, every single campaign I've ever been in, they use their alignment as an excuse to do shitty party-breaking actions. And I don't like it. You know? Here are my results. You're 76.7% good, 22.5% lawful, making you neutral good. That's a pretty good one. I think that's like a well-balanced human who's not like, what, ready to watch the world burn. Pyro, absolutely. And I'll usually pick an alignment to build my character off of, but then I pretty much forget about him because who my character has been built into reflects that. But I wouldn't, like, well, my alignment says I would do this because my alignment is chaotic evil, so I'm gonna light our car on fire. Like, you made the character. Like, don't make it that way if you know that's gonna happen. Maybe that's just me. Kino, I felt the same way. Like, a lot of them are like, do you feel bad or something? Like, I don't know. I don't worry about anything. I got too much shit happening right now to worry. Worrying is living in the future, and I ain't got time. Alignment doesn't mean lack of common sense. Word, dude. Like, why are you like this? I've been in a couple campaigns, unfortunately, where there's always one person that just wants to fuck everybody. And it's like, this isn't fun for anybody but you. Oh, he's working 10s? All week? Ugh. When's his last day? Chaotic evil is a one-way trip to the party, killing you. They'll just kill you, exactly. Like, I just off you. Let's be honest, every other alignment than lawful good is just an immoral crook. I mean, that's basically what people turn into. If they pick some off-the-wall alignment, it's because they want to do off-the-wall shit. And, like, there's basic rules in every campaign that you do just to make sure everybody has a good time. Don't fuck the party. Don't separate the party. And if your character's like, well, I'm chaotic evil, so that means I'm going to go into the woods at 2 a.m. by myself, climb a tree, and fall out on purpose. So now, instead of doing our quest, we all have to go find you? Okay. I've been in a party where we're like, okay, we don't care and leave you to die. Kelty, I didn't try to do that. That came very organically, which might have not be a good thing. I don't know. I didn't, like, there was no alignment or anything. Like, I didn't aim to be anything particular in that show. But, yeah. I don't want to spoil it if no one's watched Nocturne. But thank you for the compliment. Rocket propelled grenades. Oh, what? It did, Kelty. So what I was aiming for, I was trying to think of the word. What I was aiming for with Lilith or Emma was I wanted her to be like the heel. So not necessarily the bad guy, but just like the guy nobody likes, but is still part of the friend group for some reason. I can't think. I'm trying to think of any show with an example of that. Neutral good. I took it. I'm on the what did it say? I'm on the cusp between two, but it said I'm chaotic good. I'm like just over the cusp into chaotic good, but my little dot was like right on the line. Oh, like Cartman. Yeah. Abuses everybody. Everybody's a douche, but they still, yeah. Like, I wanted to be the heel. I wanted to be just kind of like Cordelia. Ooh, that was actually a lot of inspiration for Emma, was Cordelia, and that fucking stuck up. Yes. Spelling is stupid. Rocket propelled grenades. I like that better than propelled. If it asked me what I would do something to or for somebody, okay, what is my relation to this person? Exactly. What's our backstory? Do we know each other? Emma wasn't pure evil per se. She was self-centered, exactly. Yeah, she was. So this isn't any spoiler for the show. So I don't think I ever really give a lot of background on Emma. But her background as a character was that she was raised in a mansion, like a huge mansion with anything she wanted at her fingertips. But it was because her parents passed away when she was very, very little, like infant. So all the money was left to her in this house, and she basically had a bunch of staff take care of her whole life. So like she didn't have any like exposure to anybody caring about anybody else. And so the show, she grows to care. Like she changes. You gotta watch Nocturne. But that was like her backing. Ooh, Squeaky, that's actually from the new show I'm in. I'm in a new show called Faint Dawn. I'm an elf. I am an elf. But my ears are cut off. TBD or whatever. No one knows why yet. Yeah. I was 97.5% lawful, and I was like, yep, that makes sense. See, and those questions are hard for me, David, because, like, when it comes to me, I will not do anything illegal. I have a perpetual fear of being in trouble. I will literally, like, take a different road. I have no idea where I'm going if a cop's behind me on a street, just because I'm terrified that he's in my vicinity. Like, I'll park in someone's driveway and pretend that's my house, and then wait for him to drive away and go. I have, like, this do not get in trouble. But when it comes to other people getting in trouble, I don't give a fuck what you do. Like, go to jail. I don't care. do what you want to do. I have opinions about the prison system, obviously. It was created for racist needs and still is, but, you know. Those are hard for me. Like, situationally, I totally get it. Oh, their cancer came back. Oh. All the positive vibes. I'll light a candle for them tonight. I don't believe in, like, the whole thoughts and prayers bullshit, but I do believe that sending positive energy to people works. Having a group connected that cares works. Time to follow the cops. Dude, I've never felt safe around a police officer in my life. It's very weird. And I haven't been in trouble since I was in 8th grade. How old are you in 8th grade? 13? That was literally like the first and last time I ever had a run-in with the cops. Moodasir, how are you? Good vibes. 12, 13. Yep. So there you go. I went to school with a 5th of whiskey and drank the whole thing on the bus ride to school and got busted. Cop came to school, read me my rights. It was very scary. Never again. Like, never. I am so afraid to be, like, I just don't want to be around him. Zakarion, I will sit at a broken red light until a cop comes to help me cross. Like, I would call 911 and be like, help, I'm never going to run this red light. Like, I wouldn't. I don't think lawful is about following the law. It's more, are your actions guided by a set of principles? Oh, ooh, I like that. I definitely do not have a set of principles or morals, but I wasn't raised with any, so I've kind of had to develop my own. But yeah, I like that, actually. Lawful good. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot of you are lawful good. Makes me feel good about my friends. Although you evil ones out there, I see you. Try growing up as the daughter of a lawyer who knows practically every... No. Oh my God, Sarah. So my friend, one of my closest friends in high school, her dad was, I don't know what the name of the team is, but he was the cops that literally like smelled out and hunted down weed houses. Like he had an award on his wall that was a giant bronze nose. David, I think you should stand by your principles, though. I think that's important. I get I can barely talk to my parents because I feel that. But I think, I mean, is it like an icky argument or is it like just like a good conversation? Because I have a lot of friends who have completely different views or moral paths than I do, but we can have good conversations with each other and not like be offensive or attack each other over them. And then some people that can't. Some people are like, you don't think like me? Bitch. Country road, take you home. Yeah, no. I had the medical growing up, so like, are you dying? Go to school. Like, no, I'm bleeding out, but you're not dying. I know I need to set up. Thank you, Jedediah. No shrimping. Pretty open in the afternoons. We can work. Ooh, that's not for me. Hi, Sly Gamers. How are you, love? Oh, Annie Geek. I mean, I could pull up a picture of my stepdad and me and show you. I am through and through white trash. Hard. Like, I grew up in an area that is not the South, but they all talk like they're from the South. Does that make sense? I am a silly. But that's okay. Seriously, I mean, I could quote my stepdad for years. He has the most disgusting, foul language. The best, one that always comes to mind is when he said he was so hungry he could eat the asshole out of a menstruating skunk. In a restaurant, to the waitress. We turned that into a card in Cards Against Humanity. It was too good. The thing about friends, if you can discuss things with them, be of different opinions and discuss them without being adverse and caring for them anyway, that's true friendship, exactly. That's why I'm honestly, like, not to get corny, but I'm very, very grateful for this community. Because no one attacks people. We can all just talk about something, like, back and forth and have, like, an actual discourse, as opposed to, you know, like, you're wrong, unless someone's coming in being hateful and nasty. I want to go back to it this Friday. This week, I mean, I'm not even going to say it. We're going to do it. Don't even say it. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Ended up sitting next to a cop. Ooh. Off duty at a bar that knew my dad, of course. First thing I asked him was, did my father send you here? He said no. I said, okay, just wanted to make sure. Then I told him if he asks, you did not see me here. It's not that he would have minded. I just didn't want to be put the idea in my head. Oh no. I mean, I can't, like, I would never blame a father who's a police officer because it's kind of like I compare it to my mom. My mom's a respiratory therapist. She worked in an ER for years. And when all you see all day long for 40 years is young children coming through an ER and dying, and then you have young children yourself, you become very paranoid about keeping your children safe. And officers are the same, exactly what Sales said. They see the worst shit than I do. I don't have to see the environment these people come from, and they see it all. So the paranoia of being a father and a police officer, I can't even fathom. Get therapy. That's all I have to say for police officers. Please get therapy. Not because anything's wrong with you, just to prevent things from being wrong with you. Me too, Sean. Yeah, I can't even imagine. My dad was a cop and then a lawyer. Ooh. My sister had to go through that, Sarah. But she worked as, when she was going through school, she worked as it wasn't even a paralegal. She was like the assistant to the paralegal or something. Because she didn't have a paralegal, like, license or anything. But she worked in a law office. But it was for one of those lawyers who, like, banks on small claims court shit. Like, you got in an accident and you don't want to pay for the ding, so you go into court and be like, yeah, they caused whiplash in my neck, and sue them for small cash. She worked in a place like that, and that gave her a sour feeling for that. She was like, I will never do that law. It was icky.
Dude, for real though. Hail some Satan.
Thank you for gifting a sub to Schwan. I'll try to give you an example. There are good people with good intentions. For example, believe that they should always be loyal to your friends. I think that's a good thing, but I cannot stand by my friends if I believe that their actions are unjust. Absolutely. And for a lot of people who can feel like a harsh turn or even a betrayal. And those are people who don't see it. I've had friends that, like, they've done something highly inappropriate, you know, or something just off the wall, and I approach them like, hey, I'd like to talk about this thing you did because it super offended me, or it was, like, just totally out of character, and they will blow up. And it's because they're embarrassed. They know you saw it. They know it's shameful, but they can't step past that pride. At least that's what I think it is. I don't know. I've always been the type that's very open to criticism. I would like to be told when I'm being a dick. I don't want to be a mean person, but some people cannot. I mean, I know some people very personally who the smallest just questioning anything is like, and honestly, like, it's hard. I don't want to say why would you want those people in your life, but it's hard to have anyone in your life that you have to walk on eggshells around with a conversation because you're afraid that you might bring up something they did that's horrible and they might blow up. And it's like, just own up to it and say you're sorry. Or explain yourself or whatever you want to do, and we'll go from there. But I know a lot of people that do that. One of my brothers was big eggshells. Like, that's where I learned that term, was when I was really little. I remember asking my mom, like, why does Corey blow up sometimes? And then sometimes he's really nice and laughs and plays with us. And she was like, you have to walk on eggshells around your brother. You just don't know. And he's bipolar like me, just completely undiagnosed and, like, you know, on and off drugs and shit. And it's horrible. But he's that type of person where, like, one day you could make a joke and he'd laugh and he was your best fucking friend. 15 minutes later, he'd be throwing my head through a wall for the same joke. And I could never figure it out. And it's those eggshell, like, people that their sense of self or their sense of identity is so fragile that anything can break it. They're like porcelain people or something. Me too, Ashley, yeah. And I like friends like that, honestly. I like to keep honest friends around. Dude, I can't, Sarah. It's just exhausting. I know you're a CK. Luckily, I haven't had to call you out a lot. I can actually only think of one time. And I'm honestly, like, I've been called out many times by many people, but it's never turned into, like, some horrible argument or, like, some broken friendship. I just own up to it, apologize, and correct your mistake. It's so easy and admirable, I think, in other people. When I see it, I don't admire myself. You know what I mean. I'm okay with being told I've done something incorrectly or have been short-sighted, or was mean or cruel unintentionally, but I need it to be gentle because I have rejection-sensitive dysphoria, and it's tightly connected. Really? Oh, I'm so sorry you have that. Bipolar bear. I think it's genetic. All my family has it, but I'm the only one getting medicated. Sarah, no, but definitely most of them. Same, Zacharion. That's why I don't like yelling. Like, I can't stand to be around people, like, that just scream abruptly out of nowhere because my family screams. Well, David, I love you, man. Regardless, you know? I love you for all your parts. Even the pear-shaped ones. Hate me or like me, I'm just gonna be me. I mean, but you're a nice person, Kelty. Like, you don't have to worry about being a douche. Like, I've never seen you be an ass or a douche or anything like that. But some people, they use exactly what you just said to say horrible racial slurs, you know? Like, people will be like, take me as I am. You don't deserve me at my best if you can't take me when I say the hard R-N word. And it's like, is singing Eminem's not an excuse to say the N-word, you racist piece of shit? What? You know? Like, there's different intentions. I start to panic and think I'm being outcast. Oh. I love you. I don't outcast people. I guess maybe I have a little bit of that because I was like the out, like not the blood, like the outcast. Like I was always, what's the word? I hate the word. I hate the action of it. It's like being left out on purpose. Excluded. I was always fucking excluded from everything. Like everything. And so I am like an insanely inclusive person. Like I'm the person that like, if I see you standing quiet in the back, I will put my arm around your shoulders and hold you at the front with me. Like I want people to be with me and be in the moment. I hate that excluding people. Right, David? It's gross. It's childlike behavior. I mean, that's the stuff you're supposed to learn how not to do when you're a little kid. Or people, you know, it's the same as like people gatekeeping stuff. It's the same. They're excluding you from their great life as this whatever. I'm sad you guys have that, and I'm sorry. Me too, Sarah, but I usually just approach it right away. Like, I hope I didn't offend you. Did I say that right? Like, I think the other day we talked about this a lot because I was talking about, I watched a really cool interview of a psychiatrist who studies ADHD in men and women, but I hate gendered language. Like, I don't want any of my friends or family to feel left out with that whole dichotomy of male and female. But in science, they still use it all the time because the hormones based on what's inside of you are a little bit different, you know? And someone mentioned it, what did we say? It was like gender assigned at birth. So like, it was like, oh God, there was a really good acronym for it. But, you know, just like being upfront and making it known that you're not out there to hurt anybody. It's all about intention. And you guys know there are some people who say things with a bite in it, and you know that they're saying it on purpose. They're trying to get a rise or hurt somebody. Was it AFAB, assigned female at birth? Yeah, AFAB and AMAB. Yeah, I like those better. Because it still correlates to like the organs you have and what hormones are released until you do, you know, gender reassignment therapy or whatever. So I used to go to the mall and still be around people. Oh, Kelty, same. Twitch, honestly, was a really good friend for me when I lived by myself. Ashley, we're already there. Every time that I think I'm going insane, I think that only happens because I had a moment of sanity. Like, we're never sane. Like, we're all I mean, no offense to anybody. We're all like, all the time. But like, you know, every once in a while you get that day where you're just clarity, organized, cleaning, the day went well. And then the next day you're like, I'm losing my mind. It's just because your body wants that back, but it's only coming on Christmas, you know? That video I watched actually was really, really informative about the diagnosing in males versus females. And it's undiagnosed in females because the traits that form outwardly in females with ADHD are deemed positive, so they don't want to dull those with meds. Whereas males tend to be, you know, they talk too much. Assigned male at birth, they talk too much or they're rambunctious and they want to numb that, so they drug them more often. It was kind of an interesting talk. Or AMAB, yeah, I like those. I'm bad about going for the proverbial throat when I get mad. Like, at all costs, what's going to get the most shock value? In my right wing days, that translated to some very gross behavior, but I still have that. 0 to 80, I do the same with the 0 to 80 temper. I feel you on that one. When I get mad, I just have to be left alone in a way. Same. Kino, I've gotten to the point where I can actually verbalize now that, like, I'm the same. So all of my family has really bad tempers, but they tend to just be angry all the fucking time or be eggshell people. I'm like you. I go from 0 to 80 really scarily fast, and it's like, I think it's like a buildup because I kind of dampen it down. I don't like to be mad, but a lot of things piss me off. And when I go to that 0 to 80, I've gotten to the point now where I can verbalize, please go away from me before I say something I don't want to say. And people sometimes see that as bait for a fight. And then I'm like, all right, bets are off. I warned you. And my brain goes into this mode where it searches for whatever I can say to hurt you the most. Just words. And it's terrible. And I don't like being that way at all. And so I've gotten to the point where I can actually tell people to go away if they won't leave me alone. But some people want it. And I do not like that. I don't like those people. Like, why would you do that? Like, obviously something's wrong. Yeah. I wasn't, and I don't know about you, Ashley, I was not taught how to deal with emotions as a kid. Like, my family was very much, either you're having a great time or don't tell us about it and go to your room. Like, I didn't get to cry in front of people or have hugs and kisses and stuff like that. Like, it was like, go to the closet. And so as an adult, I have no idea how to manage, like, hard emotions like that. So I just kind of, like, ignore them until I blow up. Sarah, I love you too. Give him hugs for me. Have a good night. Oh, I'm thankful you have Missy too. I'm always in favor of telling people what I think or want. Same for me. If you want me to stop something, tell me. Me too. And I never get offended. Unless it's something ridiculous. I mean, some people say some fucking ridiculous things, and I don't necessarily get offended. I just call them out on being dumb. I'm like, you're an idiot. Yep, it's like the jar overflows, but you have no warning. It's not like heating up. It's like a trigger or a switch. Oh, Kino, that used to happen to me at Lowe's. Mayo, I wish Twitch would have existed when I was a little kid. I would have felt not so alone my whole life. Ooh, Surviving Mars is 750. I might have a cool stream with them coming up soon. Just like in an MMO, because you didn't follow the instructions the first time with the new boss. I hate being excluded. Oh my god. Yep. Amen to that. That brings back the days. My brother has 0 to 120 with physical. That's my brother's too. Which is why I hate feeling angry. Like, I don't want to get to that point. But I still, like, I run and I do all sorts of activities, but I still have not come to the point where I know how to just, like, deal with being angry in the moment. I have no idea. I just save it up subconsciously. No clue how to do that. I wish. But I'm so glad it's not physical, because that's my brother's. I'm not kidding about my brother. Like, my brother Corey, he's 5'4", $120, little blonde, blue-eyed bitch. He threw my body through a wall. I got stuck. Like, I mean, 0 to 60, physical, boosh! It was wild, and I hate, like, the loudness and that crazy, like, fast violence like that makes me really nervous. But I do it too. Mine's, like, a verbal, like, I want to hurt someone, so they hurt as much as I'm hurting right now, so I just get away from people, because I don't really want to do that. Like, that's not actually what I want to do. It's just the weird fucking hormones or whatever, chemicals going off in my brain telling me that I'm crazy right now. Oh my god, Zucarion. I do not miss the MMO chats. I definitely blew up at a few people for getting after a healer on an MMO, like dungeon run, like Bloodroot. Fucking healer's down. What the fuck, bro? If you can't keep yourself alive. Ma'am? I don't see your filthy DPS ass over there healing shit. Oh, I could go on for days. Anger. Ooh, get some food. I love you, Kelty. Tuesday is therapy day. T-minus 1 hour and 15 minutes. Ooh, are you excited, Bat Penguin? Actually, I think Mel had therapy today, too. Therapy day. I kind of have therapy with you guys every day. The little bitch threw me through a wall. I'm not kidding. He did much worse than that. He is strong. Anger makes people insanely strong. And it wasn't that I did anything wrong. It was just I was the nearest thing to throw through a wall. Blah. DPS sticks to DPS shit and minds their goddamn business. Dude. DPS stays out of the red dot on the ground, otherwise DPS gets fucking flushed down the toilet. Bitch, I'm DPS. Like, I know my spot. I'm the garbage. Like, I'm lucky. Oh man, Ashley, does your brain, like my brain will literally start searching the meanest, like personal, horrible hits to someone. And I'm like, where did this even come from? Like, why does this side of me exist? And I have to like fucking plate my mouth and just go hide in a corner. And then in a couple hours, I'm like, Katie, that was insane. Why would you ever think that thought? That was evil, evil shit. And I just thank Satan I didn't say it out loud. Look, if you were good at healing, it wouldn't matter what I stood in. I need my tank's taunt. I usually don't explode. I learned this with my dad, whom I still love a lot. He'd ask me to help, I'd help, do it wrong, he'd get angry. It did not help to get angry. I at some point just asked if he still needed the help. If he didn't stop, I'd just leave. Not worth the effort. It sounds like you're talking about my dad. Like, identically. That's weird. And it was before we learned about his MS, which probably altered his personality over the years. Oh, I'm so sorry your dad has MS. Boo. It's such a sad disease. Like, just like out of nowhere. You don't have enough mana, stupid healer. Oh my god. You didn't bring the right potions? Oh my god. You don't have gold speed potions on right now? What the fuck is wrong? Why are you even here? I'm here because I need a helmet that's good for PvP, and the game designed it, so I have to do PvE to get the helmet. Please help me get the helmet, and I'll be out of your life forever. Love, Katie. I love you, Kimono. Sleep good. You should be taking sleep whenever you get the chance, Honeybean. That's the dark side of being an empath. When you're naturally in tune with people's emotions, it's also way easy to see the pain points. And it's like you have to take the Hippocratic Oath in your head. Like, I will not use what I know to hurt someone. But when you flip like that, like I just get alone. I know it's going to happen. Thankfully have not lashed out on a human in years and years, thank God, because I've medicated. Oh, Sly, every other word out of my mouth is something about how I'm going to kill myself when I'm angry. If I'm angry at myself. Like, if I've lost something I deeply needed for stream, it is just like, I should just end my life. I'm going to go take my car in the garage and leave it on. Like, it just becomes this endless string of ways to end my existence. And it's not me talking to anyone. It's just like how I get my frustrations out. Whereas some people are physical, like my brothers. They would throw me through a wall and feel better. I have to sit here and just like fucking attack myself for an hour. But then I feel better. None of it's real. Like, I'm not actually doing these things. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's like mind vomit or something. Oh, yours is slower. So I walk away in time most of the time. I'm probably a downright danger to anything. Really? Do you get like physical? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, yes. Crumpled a huge steel desk and big wooden closet in 5 minutes. I get it. Like, I have anger on that level. It just doesn't translate to physical. Thank fuck. I'm a big person. I could hurt somebody. They told me I was useless because I didn't, so I called. Listen, I've had ADHD. I have to pay attention to the boss, not chat. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say. Camels have never seen sharks. Empath recoils from help. I have no idea, but I would die before I asked for help. Just got upset and don't know if I'm really in the wrong or if he's just pissed off and I figured it out. That I figured it out? Yes. Don't question anything about yourself, honey. Whenever someone reacts adversely to something I've done, the only thing that helps me, and it helps minutely, but it might help you, is to remind yourself that you have absolutely zero control over any other human being in this entire world. You have control over your actions and the verbs or the words that come out of your mouth. And yes, some of us know that some words and actions we do can harm other people, but it is their choice to be offended and harmed. Just as it is your choice to be offended and harmed by what someone says. I choose to be offended by racial, I try to say racial and racist at the same time, by racist hate language Even though I'm a fucking white female, like I'm top of the fucking race food chain in terms of people that care, but I'm offended by it because it's gross. You know what I mean? That might have been a lot of gibberish that came out of my mouth, but maybe. Actions speak louder than words. Absolutely. Absolutely, Squeaky. Anytime. Katie's going full flame on mode. Man, I just... my face gets hot. Yeah, it's an angry moment. You are lay tired?
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little monkey. I hope you sleep well, Mark. So doesn't come off sincere like this, does it?
I hope you sleep well, Mark, and get good rest. I think it's Discord broken, Squeaky. Honestly, more and more people have been telling me they have the, like, problems as bad as mine, but different. It's just Discord right now. If you go, we go. Oh my god. And that's how you would get me. The only way to get me to ask for help is to, like, put yourself in the way of harm. You are an ass. That is the way you would get me. Right there. I would never let someone get hurt for me. Which is weird. I don't know where that comes from, though. Vissy, I wish I could do that. Mine's not quite long enough yet, but you can see the grow out. It's grown about at like a half an inch already. My brown. Pyro, it's my time to go too. It's crazy how many of you get off work at the same time I do. I have to go pay attention to my dogs. You know. Give them some lovin's. I got Trick back here with me. Oh, are you going to do like box braids? Oh, shut up. That's going to be so cool. Oh, I love box braids. I worked with girls that got them and they hurt their head, but they were gorgeous. Good night, Pyro. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. We should be on time today. Our power must have flickered at night because our clocks just weren't on. I had no alarm this morning, which was a pleasure. So we were about an hour behind, but tomorrow I should be fine. You guys get off it. Well, sometimes. Ooh, and dyed it green? Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I kind of miss my blue hair. But people say the red looks nice, so whatever. I just don't see it anymore. Snap your neck and whip people. Oh my god, Viata. Did you ever see Scary Movie? Do you remember when she had the box braids coming off of her pube area? Like, the one, of course, the one token black girl in the whole movie. She does like a beauty contest and she has like box braid like pubes in her armpits and it's all swanging with fucking beads on it. Oh, it's beautiful. Don't do your pubes and armpit hairs. For me, don't do that. Like, that seems like a really terrible and bad time. In the pits, you know what I'm saying? Like, just uncomfortable. Have you ever, like, accidentally pulled, like, well, I haven't, like a pube? Oh, God. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Oh, God. Don't do it. Your eyes will water forever. It was fucking funny, but it just looks like, I know all the girls I worked with, they all told me that they hurt. Like, box braids, because they go and they do, correct me if I'm wrong, Vissy, but instead of braids, they do like these tiny, tiny little square knots and then attach the braid to it. So at every single braid point, it's tension on your skull. Sean, that's a good trait to have, honestly. But don't give your life, please. I like you here, alive. Unless you can talk in death, which is cool. But maybe no. Dude, me too, Kino. It's just such a pain in the dick. Did I just hear that? Oh God, what'd they hear? What did I say? Nobody knows. All right. I'm going to host my dear friend DJ Knight because he's playing it's the, oh God, what is it called? Blood Hunt. And I want to see this game. And he's honest, which is exciting. He's a super dope guy. So I need you to treat him right and be kind and wonderful to my friend. I have a resub as well in there, which is always a reason to raid or host or whatever. I will be back bright and early tomorrow morning, as per the usual. Hopefully my power doesn't flicker from heat or squirrels, whatever the fuck is going on. I want you to go love all over my boy. I love you guys. I love you, David. You guys make me have faith in humanity. And that is not saying, I mean, that's saying a lot. Wow.
Hi, gay.
Scary clown says run away.
Bye, guys! I love you. Stay classy and always pee after sex. Wash your fucking hands and wear a mask. Get vaccinated if you can. And I'll see you tomorrow.